recent event here at Pursuing United Arts. And today's video, we got something really special for you guys. We're here with our good friend, Kael, who's a fan of the channel, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his harness. So this is a harness done in the English style. And Kael, what drew you to this style of harness?
Well, I was really trying to figure out a harness to really get into, and I already knew I was going to talk to Jeff Wasson about it. And so it's like, what is something I can just swing for the freaking fences for? And lucky for me, Dr. Tobias Capwell's book just came out, and I was thumbing through that, and I saw Mac McPherson's technical drawings of the Dennington effigy, which is Sir William Felt, which is about 1445, 1450. Okay. And it's like, that has a lot of weird shit in it.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, awesome.
And then on top of that, just to sweeten the deal, Matt Easton and Dr. Tobias Capwell did a series of videos talking about this harness on the effigy. They did a lot of panning shots going up under the elbow, around the elbow, all that kind of stuff. It was like, I got even more information about this. Let's do that one for sure.
Awesome.
And I ended up giving those videos to Jeff Wasson. And that actually changed the shape of these elbows, because he thought they were a lot narrower and pointier than they actually were, just based on the up-front view. And because of that video, he was able to get 360 on it, so they're a lot wider than they otherwise would be.
So basically, by getting as much detailed information, you have as accurately a shaped piece as you can get, as opposed to what may have been done just by the smaller amount of
just by the front
picture naturally got it.
Exactly.
So you actually were inspired to look up Jeff Wasson and this style harness because of our videos, right?
Your guys' videos, which I actually found due to Ian Laspina on the Knight Errant channel.
Okay, awesome.
He mentioned that some of his stuff was made by Jeff Wasson. It's like, yeah, okay, that's interesting, whatever. Move on. And then it's like, wait a minute, I need an armorer. Who the hell did Ian Laspina talk about? So I had to go digging through videos, and it was like, Jeff Wasson. It's like, all right, Jeff Wasson's website, we'll find him.
Awesome.
That's how I found him. And you guys for that matter.
Yeah, awesome. That's cool.
So you got a fight in the deed of arms this past weekend. Well, this weekend that we're in right now. But did you find any distinct advantages with the particular shaping of some of these parts?
Well, I never got stabbed in the ankle, but we can talk about that in just a bit. The main thing that I found is I can't go higher than that. And because of the shape of my helmet with its rigid neck, I cannot do Italian anything. Otherwise, I'm fighting the wall and the guy hits me in the back of the head. So I have to rely on straight on middle guards, no twist and no turn. And when I did close on people, which I did a lot, as I'm sure the rest of you will tell me all about, I was blind anyway, so it didn't matter which direction my head was facing. The main thing that I found, especially walking around with Tim Gallery, was getting into a stance. He was like, all right, move your elbow a little bit to the left, and then closed off everything.
That's the first thing that I noticed about this harness. Looking at it is the tightness of the wing, the way the cowder wing pulls in there. It covers the inside gap of the elbow pretty drastically for such a small piece. You see later, like Italian stuff, where they've gone to the large defense here, and these actually cover a lot of area without being very big. It was a very clever shape.
Yeah, and then for the type of combat that we're doing, being it's fighting on foot, English harness absolutely is suitable for that. So the English prefer that method of fighting compared to like fighting mounted that you see with most other kids. So you've even got like closed cuisses.
I do.
You've got the big articulated pauldrons. You know, you've got the great bassinet.
Symmetrical pauldrons.
Yeah, symmetrical pauldrons, that's important. So, but then, you know, the great bassinet is really great, especially for axes, which you fought a little bit with this weekend.
All of those shots that Garrison gave me, I didn't feel. I heard it, I didn't feel it, because it bottomed out on my shoulder before anything went into my neck. It was just clunk. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the reason for that, of course, is being that it's attached to, it's rest on the cuirass. All that the energy will transfer through the shoulders of cuirass rather than directly through his head. So if you guys, you ever see me fight with axe with my type of hound skull bassinet, if I get rocked, I still have nothing secured, nothing's fastened there, or it's not solid. So if anything were to hit me, I can still get my neck rocked, and I have before numerous times. But with this thing, it's totally built ground, that's where.
What did you notice in limitations with this being grounded?
There was a lot of Batman turning. Other than that, if I needed to look down, it was bending at the waist, more or less. And there were a couple times where it's like, I'm going to take that foot.
And I've noticed in Reese's helmet and various other helmets I've tried, having this wide range of ocularia. Does this give you the ability to look sideways?
Yep.
Out of the
And
helmet?
especially in this helmet, your peripheral is really necessary because I can't turn my head. The most I can get to is about there. So I got to be able to do corner of the eye stuff whenever I'm in that harness. And then because there's breadths on both sides, which is very, very English,
It's a very on foot.
I can see basically everything as long as everything's moving around. My brain can make the picture. But I don't have a blind spot down low. I saw the shots coming, and I still got hit by them. But there you go.
So how's the fall? With the English style harnesses, you see them being that they're fighting on foot. They have a lot longer falls. So how is moving with that?
I didn't really notice it. This is actually historically the longest they ever got that you can actually find an effigy for.
Okay.
And then to make it longer, they put tassets on the bottom because it wasn't long enough.
Right.
I don't have a loss of mobility in the legs. Stepping, crouching, I can do all of that. It just runs itself up because it's suspended hoops. And I actually have a waist gimbal due to the way English armor is made, and it's 3 pieces. We got the fall, which is hanging off my hips, the chest plate, and then the placard just closes the gap between the two. So I got rotation in my torso, I can still ball joint.
That is an interesting thing that when we were just dressing you up, I noticed is the skirt is actually its own piece, the placard is its own piece, and then the top of the breastplate backplace cuirass part is its own piece as well, which is very interesting to me because I haven't seen that in other armors. Italian tends to have 2 pieces, but the fold is generally attached to this piece, so this is going to add that extra mobility that he's talking about, especially I believe with the fitment on your hips, because this is made to fit your hips, so your fold actually stays with you and it allows the torso to move away from the fold.
Yes.
So it does very well suit you for foot combat, the ability to turn and move and have all that articulation you're going to need while stopping from being stabbed. And our favorite place to stab people.
Yeah. Unless you're very, very short, Tim.
Yeah. So let's talk about your gauntlets. So your gauntlets are very interesting because they're at that stage where 14th century into the 15th century you had hourglass gauntlets. So here is some of the first you see when they started moving the cup further down. But then if you do that, you got to put some sort of articulation. So you've got a couple of lanes here, and we'll show some close up here too, so you guys can see what that's about. But just that, how is that articulation? Did you notice much of a difference?
The only other gauntlets I've had were the older, wide hourglass, and they have about the same mobility, but the cup's a lot harder to get a point in the back of it.
Right.
These are actually rather odd, especially for the time, and it's very English once again. They have 2 articulation lanes instead of 1. For that particular time period, you actually see a lot where they just put 1 lane in, and that's that, and that's all you get. But the English were English, and so they put 2 just for the sake of it. They're not actually sure if it was done with sliding rivets, which is what I have here, or if it was done with articulation leathers. Most everything else on this armor is articulation leathers. All of this hanging on leathers, the sabatons leathers, the skirt leathers, but riveted slide rivets is what they got in the wrists on this. We weren't 100% on it. That's what we went for.
Yeah.
And it works okay.
Yeah. So that was recommendation by Jeff Watson.
He wasn't sure if we could get all of that leather in there without it jamming up, so
Yeah.
we went with sliding instead.
And that's what's nice with Jeff Watson. He has a very good, not only an eye for this stuff, but also he actually uses his armors as well. So he does jousting, he fights on foot, so he's very familiar with the practical application needed for doing this stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's definitely one of the reasons why we talk about Jeff Watson so much. Is one, he does really good work, but also he knows what is expected out of your kid, especially for harness veteran. So
That was the first thing he asked. He's like, it's going to be, both. It's going to be horse. It's going to be foot. And I hate horses. They hate me. And I said, foot.
yeah,
No horses.
yeah,
So that's what we went with.
awesome. Well, how's working with Jeff?
It-
What experience
It
you
was
had?
frankly amazing to watch him work, because first he sketched my outline against a wall, and then he started putting details in, and he had me stand next to it, and he just needed my eye height. So he put the eyes in, and then he kept glancing, and he kept drawing, and he kept drawing, and he kept drawing. He's like, I should stop now. And I looked over, and he sketched my face into it. Like an animator, you got the cross lines, you got the nose, everything else. I was like, okay, I think that's good, Jeff. I think you got that. But just watching him put the arm on, he did it all freehand.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, this should go down to about here, this should go down there, this should be here, this is where your eye line is. Just watching him, he'd look at the reference, it's like, okay, I think I got it, and then he'd just start sketching it. I mean, it was all freehand, more or less.
Yeah,
Beautiful to watch.
And he actually did the illustrations for Tobias Keppel's book,
Yeah.
English Armor.
And that was what reminded me of the Spina stuff, is like, who is JW in these? And I found the maker's mark on somebody else's armor that you guys did an interview with. I think it was, what? I don't remember who it was.
I will put it down below or something. So.
Possibly Ed.
Yeah. It was,
It was
Ed.
Ed.
It was Ed.
Yeah.
It was the articulated neck. I was like, oh my god, it's so cool.
Yeah. It was hard to stab him.
Yes.
Okay, so what else? So the process was you first started, you got a sketch. He told us that you worked with plaster, so you made some casting of your
He
legs.
casted my legs all the way up to above the knee, took most of the hair off and moving them. When he was forming the sabotage, he was putting the hot metal on the cast to make sure it fit. And as he was doing it, he's like, what is that smell? Apparently some of my leg hairs had transferred to the finished legs. And so when he was putting it on, it was scorching the hair off.
That's
Like, ooh.
It's a nice insight to life of an armor.
There you
It
go.
smells like progress.
Sounds like something.
Yeah.
He asked me at the start of it, it's like, what kind of decoration do you want on this? And I said, just do the effigy, that's fine, I don't care. An extra year of progress later.
The brass details.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yes, and that's well worth the wait.
Mhm.
It definitely enhances the look of the harness. And that is a lot of detail.
So his dad was with him, and we're going to throw some footage in here now and some pictures of the progress of Jeff's workshop. But you were out there, and you even had an axe, and you were going through some of the axe motions and stuff.
Yeah.
And we saw you find stuff, and it looked like completely A-okay for doing what you need to do.
Yep.
So
In the fight against Garrison, which I'm sure you've all seen, I had to rely on Monsieur Delahaye because I can't turn my head. So everything is in here, and I can't go anywhere else.
yeah.
Because if I do, he's gone. And an opponent you can't see is functionally invisible.
So being that you have studied axe with us before and have a historically accurate harness for fighting on foot, did you find that doing Leger Lash really complemented this style of harness?
It was probably the only one I could actually use.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All the Italian stuff with the longer turning and heels, I'm looking at a wall.
Okay.
Can't do any of that. The really long strokes, I can't get my arm too terribly high to get the axe backing up. And so I can't move quite as fast to get into defense. So Leger was ready. It was right there, where I needed to be. To bring the point in, to bring the axe around. It was really effective for what I needed to do, especially in this.
Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what you want for when you do a harness. You don't have the mobility that you would without a harness. So, we've been out there working through the past year and a half with Leger Lash, is that it's all stupid simple. It's very, very simple. There's some.
The core movements are very basic.
Yeah, very basic.
You're making gross motor skill movements. It doesn't require a lot of finesse, which in a combat situation where you're under stress and gross motor skills are so much easier to continue to use versus fine motor skills.
Exactly. So very, very cool. So well, thank you for taking the time to do this video.
Absolutely.
We actually stayed with him and his family, going to Survival Friday Night Symposium, and they've been very hospitable. So we're very grateful for
I think it was a
hospitality
plan
and
to defeat us, to fill us so full of food that at the event we were not able to move.
Now, you see, I guilted you guys into doing this interview. I know nothing about anything, but damn glad.
Yeah. So also we hate him because he has a better harness than both of us.
You wouldn't believe how many times I heard that from everyone there.
Everyone there. So he's part of the Wasson Club now. So hopefully, you know, maybe in the future, Ben and I will be part of that club as well. So, but yeah, anything else you want to add?
Yes, one thing. The articulated sabotons.
Huh?
That was one of the weird things that drew me to this armor. It's like, I don't want to have to sew nail into my ankles. What if you had plate there? We'll do that.
Yeah. Oh, and I will add too a nerdy moment. In Tobias Campbell's book, he talks about the sabotons being in the English font on foot so often. Other styles of sabotons, if you get any sort of grime, debris in there, they'll jam up or lock up on it. These ones are open, have more or less loose tolerances.
Yeah.
So all that grime and the dirt and debris will get in there and won't cause any sort of issues from them jamming up.
Yeah, these things have more flexibility in my foot. They might even outflex an octopus, frankly.
Yeah.
If you hold them up, they go,
Yeah. And again, that's some of the misconceptions with this, is that people think that you're in armor, you can barely move, it's not flexible. But if you look at some medieval objects, they actually have more flexibility than the normal person can do.
Yeah, Jeff was actually really amazed after I got all this on. He's like, I think you're gonna be limited in some stuff. And I started bringing my knees up. He's like, okay, never mind. And I started twisting. He's like, okay, never mind there. And what about your ankles? I was like, yeah, you do all that stuff.
Well, thank you again. It's super cool to see you do this. It's pretty awesome to see from Ben and I's perspective, just from us talking about, you know, this stuff and someone committing to this level and getting the proper kit the first time. Again, we get you.
Yes.
And, you know, then doing this. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We again appreciate him taking the time to do this. Hopefully, I'd like to see more English armors come about. It's super cool. And, you know, being that we found on foot, it's really ideal.
Yep.
So hopefully this will inspire other guys like yourself to do the same. So, so guys, thank you for watching the video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Special thanks to our Patreon supporters for helping us support the channel. You guys are really awesome. You guys help us travel to events such as this and get you guys content such as this.
Yes.
So thank you very much, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next video to come. So, and hopefully get Kael back on the channel soon. So, all right. Take care, guys.